There's 3 wires of power, and then there's a ground wire that comes into the system. In the panel box itself, then we have the rest of the apparatus to make this thing function. We have a disconnect, fuse disconnect, so that in case there is a short in the system, it'll blow a fuse and absorb the potential damage that way from electrical shock. We have forward and reversing contactors that exist in the panel. And then that's all 480. Then we also have a transformer that will take the control voltage to run all of the controls on the machine down to 120 volts. So this would be the transformer from 480 to 120. There's a couple other operations in there that are options to make this thing function that are another story another time. We look at the panel itself. As the operator is going to come and operate this piece of equipment, we have this set up for the most basic controls. First thing we have to do is determine which direction we want it to run. So we do have forward, reverse, and an off auto position that can be run depending on whether or not we have an auto reverse function on the machine. Otherwise, it's just an off position. In this case, our machine is just set up so it can run forward or reverse, and we can turn it to the off position, which it is in right now. We have the choice with the water control, run dry, and the machine will run with no water at all in it. Run wet, the machine would be operating, it would be moving while it was watering, or water only, which would just simply turn the valve on, and we would just have water going out the machine with no motion on the machine. We're going to choose run dry because I don't want to get wet. I'm going to stay dry today, and you guys are going to stay dry, and we'll make it operate. The next item is the percent timer. Now the percent timer determines how fast the machine runs. Now it doesn't change the speed of the motor. It simply determines what percent of a minute the end tower motor runs. So I'm going to operate, if I operate this at say 50%, it means that the end tower is going to run 30 seconds, then shut off 30 seconds, then run 30 seconds, then shut off 30 seconds. If I set it up to say 75%, now the end tower will run 45 seconds, shut off 15 seconds. Run 45, shut off 15, and so on, as long as I leave it at that percent. I put it to 100, now the end tower is going to run continuous, non-stop. It's not going to shut off. So that's the way the machine sets its speed. It isn't changing the speed of the motor, it's simply establishing the amount of run time that the end tower gets. Now all the other towers simply keep up. We're going to watch that happen here in a minute down the machine. All the rest of the towers, they simply keep up. The machine operates, and then the rest keep up. And I think we can shoot that right here. We'll run this thing. Actually, we're going to be running it counterclockwise, so we'll get it fired up. I'll run it about 80%. That'll mean 48 seconds on and 12 seconds off. Simply throw the disconnect on now, and I push the start button, and the machine will operate.